By the end of this video, you'll understand why people start resenting those who treated them the best. If you have a friend or relative who started disliking you more after getting help from you, this video is for you. There is an uncomfortable mechanism that nobody, for some reason, talks about. When someone does a lot for us, like really a lot, and deep inside we feel that we can't give the same back, we start resenting those people, and not always do we feel gratitude. The irritation and guilt might come first, and instead of just saying thank you, we start looking for flaws. The person starts feeling the clash of two different beliefs about themselves. On the one hand, I'm a good and decent person. On the other hand, I can't pay it back the way good and decent people would do. The reality clashes with the way we see ourselves. That really hurts. But this is where we can start adjusting the story. If we start enumerating all the bad qualities of the person and make their image not so great after all, the emotional debt feels much easier to carry. Admitting you can't give it back hurts, but saying to yourself they don't deserve your gratitude protects your self-image. And most people unconsciously choose the second. With strangers, that's pretty easy because you simply say thanks, you move on, and you never see those people anymore. But with those close to you, your loved ones, friends, family, partner, this feeling doesn't go anywhere. It stays. Over time, it simply starts feeling psychologically heavy. The sociologist Martin Moss wrote about it in 1925 in his essay, The Gift. He argued that gifts and favors are never just about kindness, and they create the invisible power dynamics. The person who gives without receiving anything back can end up in a higher position, and those in a higher position always run the risk to face some envy. That's why sometimes you help some people and they simply start avoiding you. They start feeling uncomfortable around you, inferior, obligated. Instead of just admitting that uncomfortable feeling and not comparing yourself to a giver, the mind starts twisting the story. They only did it because they wanted something from me. It wasn't even that important, and they are actually kind of toxic. But Benjamin Franklin quite long ago noticed the opposite effect. Once, he asked a man who disliked him for a small favor, and after helping him, the man started treating Franklin better. Their mind started twisting the story again and thinking, like, if I helped that person, it means they matter to me. So it's quite counterintuitive, but when you give, you become more attached. When you get, and you can't give it back, you experience the emotional pull away. So if you suddenly catch yourself devaluing someone who did really a lot for you, stop for a moment and honestly ask yourself, did they really become worse? Or am I just uncomfortable with the feeling that I can't give it back? My name is Dan, I'm a clinical psychologist from Ukraine. Subscribe for more.